Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our Transfer News show. And some interesting speculation that's come out that we're going to discuss today for this one. It's about apparently Barcelona, Manchester City, and Jorge Mendes have agreed a transfer fee for Bernardo Silva to move to Barcelona. The fee is apparently less than 80 million euros. Now, I haven't heard any credible outlets talking about this. I did see some reports about it, but I'm not seeing anything credible yet. But it does those are the rumors that are flying around. Apparently, that deal hinges on the Frenkie de Jong deal being completed. So that's the whole thing. And is it true? Is it false? I think it's false. I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. I think it's absolute bullshit. And the reason for that is when you look at first of all, they're starting the third summer that I've heard that Bernardo Silva wants to be leaving Manchester City. I mean, every season it's Bernardo Silva wants to be leaving Manchester City. Bernardo Silva wants to leave Manchester City. So every season, every summer, you hear that. Every summer as a revival fan, you go, you know what? He's not a bad player. City are going to miss him. And then he doesn't leave. He doesn't leave. And then he just stays and he has a good season and City pick him in trophies. That's what happens. So, first of all, you have to take that with a pinch of salt whether Bernardo Silva actually wants to leave City or not. Maybe he does not. Maybe it's one of those things, right? Where you often, when you're in school, it's obvious here every year about a teacher being transferred, and you go every year, they'll be like, oh, well, this year's getting transferred, this person's getting transferred, and they never got transferred. They'll always be there, and it just frustrates you. But I think that's kind of a little bit what it is with Bernardo Silva and Manchester City as well. But anyway, even setting aside the fact that why would he want to leave City and join Barcelona? Maybe he has that interest in joining Barcelona. I mean, a lot of players have interest in joining Barcelona this season for whatever reason. The key point is the transfer fee. Now, the transfer fee is supposedly less than 80 million euros. So let's assume it is 80 million euros. I mean, less than 80 million euros. I don't know what that means. So let's assume it's 70 million pounds. So whatever that value is, let's assume it's 70 million pounds. Because I think that becomes a little bit less than 80. So let's assume it's 70 million pounds. Now, Manchester United are going to pay Barcelona about 85 million euros, which is about 75 million pounds, right? Right at the bat, they're going to pay 85 million euros. Now, I know it's add-ons, but sure, it's add-ons, 85 million euros. That's the deal that we're talking about. Is Frenkie de Jong a better player than Bernardo Silva? I don't think so. I think Bernardo Silva is better than Frenkie de Jong. So right at the bat, you've got Barcelona are trying to sell a player that they don't want, that they know is their biggest asset, that they're desperate to offload. And to replace him, they're going to get a player who's better than him, by the way, but they're going to get him for a cheaper price. I don't think Manchester City do a deal like that. At the very least, it will have to be 85 million euros. That would be the starting price. My assumption is that it's probably worth around 90-95 million euros. Just consider the market using Frenkie as a benchmark. And I know the market does not make sense always. And I don't know what the contract situations are for the two players. But just using Frenkie as a benchmark, I don't think City will settle for less than for the fee of 70 million pounds that is being reported. So that's the first thing. Secondly, what is important is what you have to remember as well. City have just sold two bench warmers in Sterling and Ake. But not sold two bench warmers. Sorry, they sold one bench warmer in Sterling for about 55 million pounds. So that's the deal that they did for Sterling. He's a winger. And they couldn't sell Ake as another bench warmer because they wanted 50 million pounds for him. Now, again, these are two bench warmers, by the way. Bernardo Silva is, of course, better than both players, and he is an established starting player. He's probably the most vital player in that whole Pep Guardiola system, or one of the most vital players, along with De Bruyne. So would they sell him for just 15 million pounds more? Again, that does get me. So I don't think the valuation is correct. I don't think they would sell him for less than 80, and that's what calls out on this bullshit because City are very notorious at the moment. I mean, they've shown it with Ake as well. They're not going to sell if their valuation is not met. So if the valuation is not met, they're not going to sell. So how they could agree to a lower valuation doesn't make sense to me. So I do think this deal, and then the other point, of course, is the part about Frenkie de Jong leaving. That is just, I mean, you know what? Just saying that alone makes it go, well, that deal is what's happening with that deal. Is that deal even happening? Apparently, Laporta saying, well, we're not desperate to sell him, but they really want to sell him, but they don't want to sell. They're not forcing him out of the door, which I don't know what that means. The reality is, I don't think that deal is, I mean, for me, the issue is how that deal is going to go through. I do believe that deal will happen because United is stupid enough to wait around to make that deal happen. That's why. I mean, any other top club or any other club for that matter would have probably given up on Frenkie de Jong by now. But United are just stuck in that deal. They're stuck in that deal like a hamster on a wheel. They're trying to make it, spin and do something with it. It's weird. But I don't know. I don't know if that deal can happen. Therefore, I don't think the Bernardo Silva deal will happen either. But I mean, that just the fact that it makes sense that it's contingent because I don't think they can sign any more players unless they get rid of some. And I mean, they also want to send Robert Lewandowski apparently. That deal is closed as well. So I don't know. I don't know how this is happening. So I'm calling bullshit on it. I'm calling bullshit just because the pieces don't fit. for everything. The transfer fee doesn't fit. The fact that they need to sell Frenkie de Jong to get Bernardo Silva, but then they're also waiting to get Robert Lewandowski, who's also going to cost them about 30-35 million euros. So again, just the jigsaw pieces don't fit. So I think that's a bullshit deal. Now it may very well happen. It may very well happen. We might get credible journalism on, like credible reports on it in 1 or 2 days. But I just don't right now. I don't think that particular report I don't think is correct, and I don't think it's accurate. So and if it is, well, then it's a steal. For Barcelona, it's a steal if they get it for 70 million pounds. But let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think this is a deal that makes sense to you? Do you think this is actually going to happen? Of course, there's the other part of it as well, is of Neymar, right? And maybe if Bernardo Silva leaves, they can get Neymar, as Gaurav talked about, and as has been reported on our Twitter. Journalists, but Twitter journalists, like as maybe you can call them, they've reported that might happen. So that might be the thing. That might be the domino effect of getting Neymar in. I don't see it. I don't see that happening as such. I still don't see how that deal is going to be pushed through. And I know City will sell if the price is right. They probably might. If they are interested in Neymar, then they probably will sell Bernardo Silva, the price is right, but I just don't see Barcelona matching that price. I just don't see it. But anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do smash like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you're City fan, you should probably like it, because I've just debunked a rumor for you, maybe. Or maybe you don't like it because you don't like Bernardo Silva, and kind of debunked that for you. But maybe just smash a like anyway. Either way. Do remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook as well. We've got lots of content coming up. There's a lot of stories coming out as well. I know there's a lot of deals happening. Zinchenko's happening. Ekatike's happening. There's a lot happening. And I know I can't keep up with everything. There's also jet spreads that's just happened. So I'll try to do one more video today. Hopefully we can kind of get one more video. We'll see which we can talk about. But otherwise, apologies for that. There's just too much happening right now. So it's difficult to keep track. But hope you enjoy the content that's coming out. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.